let us see elimination reaction. Okay, elimination means what? Removal. Okay, removal of any group, molecule or atom from the reaction is called as elimination reaction. Okay, and in this elimination reaction we are going to study dehydrohalogenation. Means here elimination of hydrogen and halogen will take place. Understand? So see, when an alkyl halide having at least one beta hydrogen is boiled with alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is KOH. It undergoes elimination of hydrogen atom from beta carbon and halogen atom from alpha carbon, resulting in the formation of alkene. Okay, so here elimination of hydrogen and halogen takes place. Hydrogen from beta carbon and halogen from alpha carbon. Okay, and end product is alkene, carbon carbon double bond. Okay, and this reaction is called as dehydrohalogenation. Now what is alpha, what is beta, that we will see. You have studied this in 11th standard also. Okay, so let us see.
So you can see here dehydrohalogenation. Let us write the reaction. Okay. So see here, alkyl halide is shown over here. Carbon carbon single bond. Here one hydrogen is there. Here any group can be there. Okay. Any alkyl group will be there. CH3 or C2H5 anything. But it is not shown. Okay. And on this carbon atom halogen is there. So this is alkyl halide. B is for base. Base is derived from this alcoholic KOH. We have taken potassium hydroxide which is base and it is in alcohol, alcoholic KOH. Okay. So this base is from this alcoholic KOH. Okay. Now here reaction will take place. Okay. This is dehydrohalogenation, elimination of hydrogen as well as elimination of halogen. So let us see how it takes place. We have studied that. First let us see what is alpha carbon and what is beta carbon. Now see, this halogen is attached to this carbon atom. So with respect to this halogen, this carbon atom is called as alpha carbon atom. And next to alpha, adjacent to alpha is beta carbon atom. Understand? If on this side also one carbon atom is there, that will also considered as after alpha, beta will be there. Then gamma will be there. Understand? So this is alpha carbon and this is beta carbon. On alpha carbon atom halogen is there and on beta carbon atom hydrogen is there. So this is the condition for dehydrohalogenation reaction, that alkyl halide must contain beta hydrogen atom. Beta hydrogen atom is which hydrogen atom? The hydrogen which is present on beta carbon is called as beta hydrogen. So this is beta carbon and this is beta hydrogen. Understand? So here elimination of halogen from alpha carbon atom and elimination of hydrogen from beta carbon atom will take place. Okay. So let us see how it takes place. So see, this base is there. And what is the function of base, or what base does? Base always abstract the proton. Proton means our hydrogen. So ये जो base है इस hydrogen को साथ में लेके जाएगा. So dehydrogenation has taken place. Hydrogen has eliminated. Okay. So BH will form. Okay. Bond will form between this base and hydrogen. Now this base already has a pair of electron. With this pair of electron, it will form bond with hydrogen. ओके सो हाइड्रोजन के पास जो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन था, जिस इलेक्ट्रॉन की मदद से उसने कार्बन के साथ बॉन्ड फॉर्म किया था, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन वो कार्बन के पास ही छोड़ के चला जाएगा, बिकॉज ये ऑलरेडी 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर देयर. विद दिस 2 पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन bond will form between base and hydrogen. The BH has formed. So that electron, hydrogen will leave with carbon. So carbon has one electron, not pair of electron. Okay. Then this carbon atom. Here halogen will also be eliminated in the form of halide ion. Okay. So this halogen also will take its electron along with it and it will get eliminated. Okay. So ये भी निकल के चला गया. So here elimination has completed. Now what is remaining that we have to see. This hydrogen is gone. This halogen also gone. That means this carbon carbon already single bond is there. Then these two bonds we have to show. In this way I am showing. These two bonds also we have to show. Understand? Now this carbon has one electron. This carbon has one electron. With the pair of electron they will form one more bond. So here valency of carbon is satisfied. Carbon can form 4 bonds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon also 1, 2, 3, 4. So here alkene has formed. Understand? So in this reaction, in this way, hydrogen is eliminated, halogen is eliminated, and this is togetherly called as dehydrohalogenation. And end product is alkene. Understand? Let us see one example. So you can see here base plus this alkyl halide I have shown over here. Okay. Now bromine is there. So this is alkyl bromide. Okay. In presence of alcoholic KOH. Okay. So see what will happen over here. Now with respect to this bromine, this carbon atom is alpha carbon atom. See now here many carbon atoms are there. Here 2 carbon, here 1, here. But alpha carbon atom is that carbon atom to which halogen is attached. Directly attached. So this is alpha. Go on this side. This is beta. Okay. Now on this side also you will find beta hydrogen atom. Okay. So on both the sides this reaction is possible. Elimination of hydrogen will take place from this side also. Elimination of hydrogen can take place on this side also. Okay. And which product is major product? To decide that there is a rule which is called as Sedgwick rule. Okay. So let us see one more reaction and let us see how to write preferred product or most preferable product. How to find that. Okay. See one more example. You can see CH3, CH2, CHBr, CH3. Okay, this is 2-bromobutane. Bromine is there. Okay, and this is butane chain. So this is bromobutane. Now let us find first alpha and beta carbon atom. Bromine is attached to this carbon atom. That means this is alpha. Okay, on this side also one carbon atom is there. On this side also one carbon atom is there. So they are named as, this is beta 1, this is beta 2. This carbon atom is beta 1 carbon atom and this carbon atom is beta 2 carbon atom. Now, beta hydrogen is also present. Here 2 hydrogens are there, here 3 hydrogens are there. Okay. So, elimination of hydrogen is possible from this carbon atom also and from this carbon atom also. So, here we will get 2 products. One product by the elimination of hydrogen from beta 1 carbon atom and another product from the elimination of hydrogen from beta 2 carbon atom. Okay, let us write both the products. See first how elimination will take place. From this carbon atom, one hydrogen will be eliminated. So it will become CH, right? Instead of CH2, CH will be there. So CH3, CH. This CH. From this carbon atom, bromine will get eliminated. So bromine bhi gaya, right? So CH3, CH2, CH, CH3 will be there. CH3, CH, CH, CH. Okay. Now here hydrogen has gone and from this carbon atom bromine has gone. So in between these two carbon atom double bond will form. Okay. And this is but 2N because on second position double bond is there. That's why 2N. Understand? So this is one product. Now another product will form with the elimination of hydrogen from this carbon atom. यहाँ से नहीं एलिमिनेट होगा, अभी यहाँ से एलिमिनेट होगा. ब्रोमीन यहाँ से जाएगा, ब्रोमीन गया, यहाँ से एक हाइड्रोजन जाएगा, सो इट विल बिकम CH2, राइट? सो CH3, CH2, CH, CH2. ओके. और अल्फा बीटा पोजीशन जहाँ पर है वहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्म होगा. सो दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट CH3, CH2, CH डबल बॉन्ड CH2. यहाँ का एक हाइड्रोजन एलिमिनेट हो गया. अंडरस्टैंड? सो 2 different products we have got over here. See the position of double bond. Here second position double bond is there and here first position double bond is there. So this is but 2N and this is but 1N. Understand? Now we have to find out which product is most preferable product or major product. Okay. So that product is considered as most preferred product in which, see this carbon-carbon double bond is there. So to this doubly bonded carbon atom, if the number of alkyl group is greater, then that product is considered as most preferred product. Means what? See this carbon-carbon double bond is there. To this carbon atom, one alkyl group is there. To this carbon atom, one alkyl group is attached. This structure can be written in this way also. Carbon-carbon double bond. On this carbon atom, one hydrogen atom is there and one alkyl group is there. On this carbon atom, one hydrogen, one alkyl. Okay, so this structure can be written, they both are same. Understand? So here how many alkyl groups are there? 2 alkyl groups are there, but condition is that वो alkyl group कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड को ही अटैच होने चाहिए और किधर नहीं होने चाहिए, here only. Okay, so here 2 alkyl groups are there, and here in this structure doubly bonded carbon atoms are these two. On one carbon atom 2 hydrogens are there, on another carbon atom 1 hydrogen is there, which is shown here, and CH2 CH3 group is there, which is shown over here. Okay, now these two doubly bonded carbon atom, only one alkyl group is there in this case, remaining 3 are hydrogens. So here only one alkyl group is there, and in this case 2 alkyl groups are there. Okay, so this product is most preferred. Number of alkyl group attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom is greater in this case, here 2 and here 1, and that's why this product is most preferred product according to Sedgwick rule of elimination in case of dehydrohalogenation reaction. Understand? So this was elimination reaction, dehydrohalogenation. Okay.
So see this, same thing is written over here. In dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has greater number of alkyl groups. Okay, means methyl group, ethyl group, any group attached to doubly bonded carbon atoms. Okay, 2 carbon atoms which are doubly bonded. On those carbon atoms, if the number of alkyl group is greater, then that alkene is considered as preferred product or stable major product. Okay, so Sedgwick elimination is preferred formation of more highly stabilized alkene during an elimination reaction. Okay, according to Sedgwick rule, highly stabilized alkene is formed. Formation is preferred. Okay, so highly stabilized means what? Where more number of alkyl groups are there, doubly bonded on doubly bonded carbon atom. So R means what? Alkyl groups. So here also carbon-carbon double bond. How many alkyl groups are there? These 2 plus these 2. So 4 alkyl groups are here. Right? So this is highly stabilized than this one, because here 2 plus 1, 3 alkyl groups are there, which is more stabilized than this. Here only 2 alkyl groups are there. Okay. Now here also if you compare this and this, here also 2 alkyl groups are there, here also 2 alkyl groups are there. So they are almost same. Now if you will compare these two, here 2 R groups are there and here only 1 R group is there. So this is highly stabilized than this. Understand? So where more alkyl groups, number of alkyl group is greater, and what is the condition? Those alkyl groups must be attached to doubly bonded carbon atoms. Understand? So this is Sedgwick rule of elimination. Understand? Let us see next reaction with active metals. Which are active metals? You have studied in periodic table in 11th standard. Okay. So active metals are sodium, magnesium, cadmium. These are generally called as active metals. So here we have to see the reaction between alkyl halide and active metals. So first reaction is reaction with magnesium. So see what happened over here. When alkyl halide is treated with magnesium in dry ether as solvent. Dry ether is used as a solvent over here. It gives alkyl magnesium halide, and this alkyl magnesium halide is also called as Grignard reagent. 11th standard you have studied Grignard reagent, alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, so one alkyl group is there, magnesium is there, and the halogen is there. So that is alkyl magnesium halide. See the general reaction. RX. RX means what? Our alkyl halide plus magnesium in presence of dry ether. Okay, and here what happens? See, this magnesium will get added in between R group and halogen, means alkyl group and halogen. Magnesium will get added in between these two groups. Okay, so see here RMgX. R for alkyl, Mg for magnesium, X for halide, which is called as Grignard reagent. Understand? Let us see one example so you will understand it clearly. See this. Okay, see this. CH3Cl is our alkyl halide, methyl chloride plus magnesium active metal. Okay, so what will happen over here? This magnesium will get added in between alkyl group and Cl. Okay, so our product will be, you can see here, CH3MgCl. That means methyl magnesium chloride. Understand? Simply we have to add magnesium in between these two groups. Okay, and this is the reaction of alkyl halide with magnesium. Understand? Let us see next now. Next reaction is Woods reaction. Understand? This is a name reaction. It is discovered by scientist Woods. So this reaction is alkyl halide react with metallic sodium. Okay, so this reaction takes place in between alkyl halide and sodium, which is active metal. Solvent is same, dry ether. Okay, and product is, it form higher alkanes. Understand? Alkane, carbon-carbon single bond, containing double the number of carbon atom present in alkyl halide. Okay, so the number of carbon atom in alkyl halide is double in the product, that is alkene. Okay, see this reaction is known as Woods reaction. So see here, 2 molecules of alkyl halide plus 2 atoms of sodium in presence of dry ether. Okay, now what happened over here? The bond between alkyl group and halogen is broken and new bond is formed between R group. 2R, 2 alkyl groups are here, 2 molecules are there, means 2 alkyl groups are there. So new bond is formed between 2 alkyl groups like R-R. So this is higher alkane. Okay, and then these 2 atoms of sodium combine with 2 atoms of halogen. So 2NaX is formed, sodium halide. Okay, let us see one example. So see, one example I have written over here. 2CH3Cl means methyl chloride. 2 molecules are taken plus 2 atoms of sodium. Solvent is same, dry ether. Okay, now new product will form, which will have bond between these 2 alkyl groups, means CH3 will be there. Understand? And these 2 atoms of sodium will combine with 2 atoms of chlorine, so 2NaCl will form. Let us write the product. So here I have written product, CH3 plus 2NaCl. Okay, now what we have seen, that the alkane which form as product has double number of carbon atom than that of the product, reactant. So reactant, see here, reactant is CH3Cl. Here we have taken 2 molecules, but we have to consider only 1 molecule of CH3Cl. In that one CH3Cl, only 1 carbon atom is there. But when product is formed, in that product, in 1 molecule of product, 2 carbon atoms are there. Okay, that means number of carbon atom is doubled. Here 1 carbon atom was there, here 2 carbon atoms are there. If here 2 carbon atoms are there, in product we will have 4 carbon atoms in that alkane. Understand? And this reaction is known as Woods reaction, which takes place in between alkyl halide and sodium in dry ether. Okay, now see next. Reaction with haloarenes. What are haloarenes? Halogen attached to benzene ring. Arene means aromatic rings. Okay, so see first reaction in this, reaction of haloarenes with metals. Okay, so see the reaction of arene halide with alkyl halide and sodium metal in dry ether to give substituted aromatic compound is known as Woods-Fittig reaction. Understand?
So see, reaction with haloarenes. Okay, haloarenes means what? Benzene ring and halogen is there. It's called as haloarenes. We have seen at the beginning, introductory part. Okay, reaction of haloarene with alkyl halides or haloalkanes. Okay, and sodium metal in presence of dry ether. Okay, so see what is the product of this reaction. See what will happen. This alkyl group is there, right? Methyl group in this case. Okay, so this methyl group will form bond with this benzene ring. Okay, this bromine will get eliminated. Okay, so this bromine, then this bromine, and this two sodium atoms, two bromines and two sodium atoms are there. Okay, so two NaBr will form, two molecules of sodium bromide. Okay, two molecules of sodium bromide will form, and this benzene ring will form bond with this methyl group. So like this product will form. What is the common name of this compound? We have seen. It is toluene. Understand? So in this way the reaction of haloarine with metal will take place. The reaction of aryl halide with alkyl halide and sodium metal in presence of dry ether to give substituted aromatic compound. Understand? And this reaction is known as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Wurtz-Fittig reaction. In last slide, spelling is wrong. Instead of Fittig, by mistake, fitting is written. So actually it is Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Understand? Let us see one more example. See this example. In this example, only aryl halide is there. Okay, in this reaction, only aryl halide takes part. So what will happen over here? Biphenyl product will form. Understand? So see, these two sodium atoms will combine. Here two molecules we will take. Okay, so these two sodium will combine with these two chlorines. Chlorine will get eliminated. Okay, they will form a bond. So 2 NaCl will form, two molecules of sodium chloride will form, and this ring will become biphenyl ring. Okay, that means this one ring I am showing over here. Okay, another ring will get attached in this way. This compound is called as biphenyl compound. Understand? And this reaction is particularly known as Fittig reaction, only Fittig reaction. Okay, when only aryl halide is present in that reaction, the reaction is known as Fittig reaction. And when aryl halide and alkyl halide both are present, in that case we get substituted aromatic compound, substituted benzene. That is called as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Okay, this is only Fittig. Understand? Okay, so this was reaction of haloarenes with metals. Understand? Let us see next now. Let us see next nucleophilic substitution of haloarenes. We have seen SN1 and SN2 of alkyl halides. Okay, substitution reaction of alkyl halides we have seen. Now here it is nucleophilic substitution of haloarenes. Aromatic ring is present, and here substitution of nucleophile will take place. Okay, substitution of this halide, halogen will take place. Okay, so see in this case what will happen. We have NaOH over here, right? So NaOH. Okay, so this sodium will form bond with chlorine. Okay, and NaCl will form, and this OH will take place of this chlorine. So this is your benzene ring. This substituent will remain as it is, and here in place of chlorine OH will come. Okay, so it was para-nitro-chlorobenzene. Para position, nitro and chloro group was there. So it is para-nitro-chlorobenzene. But here what is formed? Just forget about this nitro group. What is the name of this compound? It is phenol, right? And in this phenol at para position nitro group is present. So it is para-nitrophenol. Understand? In this way nucleophilic substitution takes place in haloarenes. See next example. This is two nitro groups are there on second and fourth position respectively. So 2,4 dinitro-chlorobenzene. Okay. Now here also nucleophilic substitution will take place. Okay. What will happen over here? This chlorine will be eliminated and it will be replaced by OH group. Okay. So see the product. in place of chlorine OH will come, remaining groups will remain at same position. So now it was nitrochlorobenzene, and this is phenol, and two nitro groups are attached. So if you will start numbering, this is first, second, third, fourth, and second and third position nitro group is there. So 2,4 dinitrophenol. Understand? Now next, here 3 nitro groups are there. 2,4,6 trinitrochlorobenzene. Reaction takes place in presence of warm water. So water means what? HOH, right? Water का structure कैसे रहता है? Just a minute. Oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So this hydrogen I have shown over here. This OH group I have shown here. Same it is. Okay. So see how the reaction will take place. This hydrogen and this chlorine will form bond, and HCl will form. Then this OH group will take place of this chlorine. Understand? So this is your benzene ring. क्लोरीन की जगह पे सिर्फ OH लिखना है. Here NO2, NO2 and NO2 as it is. Understand? So it is 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Understand? So these are the nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes. Understand? Let's see last point now. Electrophilic substitution of haloarenes. We have seen nucleophilic substitution. Now it is electrophilic substitution. Electrophile will attack. Electrophile has positive charge, right? It is denoted by this symbol. Okay. Now see here. First reaction is halogenation. And on aromatic ring, electrophilic substitution always takes place at this ortho position and this para position. Understand? Electrophilic substitution in case of your aryl halides takes place always at ortho and para position. This is ortho position, means here your electrophile will attack and here will attack. Remaining position it will not. Ortho positions are 2. This also, this also. But on these positions, these are meta positions, right? So your electrophile will not attack on these positions. Either these two ortho or this one para. Understand? And here your halogen will be there. Okay. So see, first reaction is halogenation reaction. Okay. Now Cl2 means Cl is there. One is positive, one is negative. Okay. Now here electrophilic attack we have to show. And this reaction takes place in presence of anhydrous ferric chloride and in presence of chlorine water, Cl2. Okay. So see what happened over here. One attack will take place at this position, ortho position, and one product will form with attack on para position. So here we will get two products. Okay. So let us show two benzene rings. Okay. Already one chlorine is there. That also we have to show. Okay. Now on this position one chlorine will attack. Ortho or this is ortho product and this is para product. Understand? Then HCl will form in this reaction. Why HCl? Because here already hydrogen atom was there, right? On benzene ring hydrogen atom was there. That hydrogen atom is replaced by this chlorine. Chlorine has taken place of that hydrogen. So वो जो hydrogen है वो एक chlorine के साथ bond बनाता है, HCl form होता है. Understand? So this is halogenation of aryl halide. This is first electrophilic substitution. Simply एक halogen यहाँ दिखाना है, एक halogen यहाँ दिखाना है, एक electrophile यहाँ, एक electrophile यहाँ. Okay. Now next nitration. Nitration means what? Addition of nitro group. NO2. Addition of nitro group is called as nitration. And this reaction always takes place in presence of nitrating mixture. And nitrating mixture कैसे form होता है? Nitrating mixture. Nitrating mixture is a mixture of concentrated HNO3 nitric acid plus concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. When we mix these two concentrated acid, we get nitrating mixture. Understand? So in presence of nitrating mixture, this aryl halide undergo nitration reaction. means introduction of nitro group on this aromatic compound, aromatic ring. Okay, and here also one product will form with ortho attack, another product will form with para attack. Okay, here one NO2, then in another ring here NO2. So here also two products will form. Chlorine is there, and this is your ortho product plus this is para product. Okay, and this is this one is 1 chloro 4 nitrobenzene. Okay, this is 1 chloro 4 nitro and this is 1 chloro 2 nitrobenzene. Okay, first, second. Okay, so this is 1 chloro 2 nitrobenzene, and if you will number over here 1 2 3 and 4, so 1 4 1 chloro 4 nitrobenzene. Understand? So this reaction is called as nitration reaction. Let us see now next and last reaction of the chapter is sulfonation reaction. Okay, so see, sulfonation means addition of sulfonyl group. Okay, sulfonyl group means what? SO3H. And for this reaction we use concentrated fuming H2SO4, fuming sulfuric acid. Understand? Highly concentrated. Okay, now see what happened over here. This H2SO4 can be written as OHSO3H. Okay, see, two hydrogens are there, one sulfur, oxygen are 4, 3 plus 1 4. Okay, it can be written in this way also, because we have to show the attack of this group on benzene ring. Okay, so for your understanding purpose I have written in this way. Here also two products are possible, one is ortho, one is para. Okay, so let us write ortho product. This is chlorine. This sulfonyl group will attack on this position, SO3H. Okay, and here already one hydrogen was there. That hydrogen will form bond with this OH. So water will form in this reaction. Understand? H2O will form. Plus let us show para product. This is your chlorine and this is para position, SO3H. So these two products will form. Okay, let us see names of these compounds. See, here we will consider this as sulfonic acid and chlorine we will consider it as substituent. So numbering will be start from this sulfonyl group, 1 2. Okay, so 2 chlorobenzene sulfonic acid, and here in this case this is 1 position, 2 3 and 4. So this is 4 chlorobenzene sulfonic acid. Understand?